Hello everyone, I'm Nuno the Second and today we are here for round number 4 of Sunny League Season 9. Today we are here for the Green Grand Prix here. The track is simply called Greece, so I don't know exactly what's the name of the track. One thing that I do know is that it's a track made by Cadel. As you can see here from the image, it's a very simplistic looking track but also very fun to drive and also provided a really good challenge to these drivers today. Meantime, looking at the standings, looks like Dynamite is leading now. He still continues to lead since round 2, but now Gamer is just 7 points behind as he got 2nd place in Le Mans and also the fastest lap, I think. Then Rito continues to be third, now only 6 points ahead of Anti. Then we see here Nuno in the top 5, but he's not gonna race, well, at least no longer in this season. So he's already gonna go lower in the positions. Now looking at the team standings, it's RMC still leading the way, even though they got Yoshul who only scored 1 point, but still they still lead, but just by 1 point. Mayhem and RMC are really close, very neck and neck within those two teams, and then VO only 9 points or 10 points behind the lead. And so yeah, things are really heating up here for both title fights, I would say. So let's then take a look into the teams for today. As you can see here, Nuno has left the grid after winning Le Mans. As he has said, it was a really special moment to get the first and last win on the same track. Though I think there's some potential for the comeback in the future, but we don't know exactly when. In the meantime, Buda will be pretty much his replacement. He's been signed up as the main driver now, and so he's been continuing with FGR's campaign. As Game on Goose will be racing once again alongside him. In the meantime, NTH will still continue with Anti and Grandi, same for LSA, and now in RMC side Jules is going to come back after a 2-week break. So here he goes. Meantime, for Full Force, Domskar, after being in Le Mans, is not going to be present once again, as he might be focusing for the next track in Tuvalu, so we might see some performance there. But either way, Hetmanek and Kubo will be the drivers for Full Force. As for Lynx Racing, the Zen is going to come back once again for a second race. But in the meantime, looks like they've got for a livery upgrade, as they were using a generic livery since they didn't present any, but now finally they got a proper livery designer, and so yeah, that's a really nice looking livery there. As in the meantime, VO will be racing with Rito and Iceberg. Looks like the British has shown some interest in joining this season. He might be racing for Full Force later on, but for this race he's going to be reserving for VO. So here there goes. And then SCP will be racing with only Suicide, as Pemushus is not present today. And there's been a lot of questions around SCP, around the legality of the team or legitimacy of the team. Steve Foley does not seem to be much active, and so with 60 not being present at this point, I probably think he should have been kicked out of the team and find a second driver, but we really don't know what's really going on with the Italian team. But either way, Susi will be racing alone for the team, so once again they just bring him one car. It's the third time this season that happens. And then Mayhem Racing will be racing with Tenimate and Rosim as always. So here we go now to the race. Race will be 44 laps. Once again, just 3 drivers. 17 drivers, I mean. Right, here we go. The drivers are ready for qualifying. Here we go. Starting out with Rito. I think having a good start there, but I think it's Gamer who is going to lead the way. See here, we got Rito, also Iceberg with an amazing start there. So VO with the 1-2, potentially could they lock up the front row? That's the big question. And that would be really amazing for the team. It would be the first time that would happen. As you can see right here, he's going to take provisional pole. Iceberg. Really nice return there from the British driver. He takes provisional pole for now. Let's see now, Buddha in third place on his first race for FCR. And then Gamer in P4 right now with Randy there in P6 and UR2D in the top 5. Looks like this livery is also giving this team some speed, as we also got Zane in the top 10. There with the nice P9 for now. But let's see now who's gonna take pole, and it's like cool, Rito and Iceberg is gonna tie. Yep, they're gonna be tied now for qualifying. There is really interesting right here. Both VOs having an amazing qualifying here. They pretty much just battling each other for that pole position, it seems. So let's see if someone can improve on the third lap. Then I think, it might really be close. Yeah, I think it's gonna be Rito. No, no one of them will improve. What an eventual qualifying here. Looks like it's Iceberg starting on pole position. Rito will tie with him, so I actually don't know who will start on pole position, but they'll both lock up that front row. That's really amazing for VO. That's pretty much an historical result, I would say. As Buddha will then be in third place there, just ahead of Cam at 15, and then you got Danny, then the championship leader here, Danny Mater starting from P6, then UR2D with an amazing qualifying, starting from P7, then we got the anti-amazing P8, then we got Soban Rosin closing the top 10, and then we got Zane with an amazing qualifying as well, starting from P11, and Joel on the return starting from P12, ahead of Cam Goose, then Grandy with the disappointing quali on P14, and then we got Hetman X, Suicide, and then Kubo starting at the back. So now the drivers will be ready for the race. And here we go, we are racing in Greece. As you can see here, Iceberg already covering up his teammates. And then it's Buddha starting in third here on the soft tires, as VOs will both choose the hards. But let's see what can Gamer 15 here do. They go a little bit free wide there. And we see their mate already up to P5, as he's really trying to gain some position after disappointing qualifying. Only P6 he managed to do. As you can see now, maybe here on the outside, can he make a move there? See Rito Gamer, and then he made going free wide, the top 3 in the standings. Going free wide for a brief moment. As you can see, they're going to do it again. And now it's Gamer on each side, Danny on the outside. Going to turn 1. You see now Iceberg still keeping second. And he's Puder now up to the lead of the race. I haven't noticed that. As you can see, Rito is losing some positions here in P5. And he's Iceberg in second place. So let's see what can Danny Mater do here. Maybe move on the outside, I don't think so. Ooh, maybe there it goes on the inside. As Gamer now following them, taking the slipstream. As now they all improving their laps, of course. Here as you see now, Gamer 15 and Danny Mater going side by side. It's Gamer inside, taking third place right now. Then we see Danny in P4. The stride inside is gonna screw up the exit there, so Rito might have a chance of passing him back. I don't know, or maybe not. As you see, quite some confusion here, quite chaos at the back. They broke big. Oh, Gamer Danny Mater off the track. Oh, what happened between those two drivers? It's the top 2 in the standings, both crashing out into the final corner. And now they're sitting P7, P8. Oh my god, it was a big disaster there for both of them. As they're both using the softs, and this is not ideal to be behind now, the drivers on the hards. As in the meantime, we got Iceberg versus Buddha. This is pretty much a wet dream from Game on Goose, who owns both these teams here, VO and FCR. What an amazing day for the Canadian teams, as we see here now Rito trying to inside out Antti to make a full podium for the FCR garage. That would be really amazing. As you can see, Antti is on the medium, so maybe soon he's gonna start struggling. As you can see, this grid really looks close today. Very close between the drivers being very close to each other. And this is what we want to see here. So yeah, this track really providing us some really good action. As we see now Sobol going up to P9, gets Rosim, releases these results. And he only got one top 10 out of 3 races. As we see now Zane and Jules now trying to take a better exit there. Can he make the move? Maybe on the outside he can't. He tries to switch back, but he gets blocked by Zane. Maybe some aggressiveness from the Zane's defending, but I think still legal. You can see now Zuru just takes the inside line and then he goes up to P11. In the meantime, we see some battling at the front. Looks like Rito's kind of gonna pass that. There he goes, full podium for FCI Garage. It's Iceberg leading the way, Buddha second, then Rito third. Fate drivers in teams owned by Game One Goose. What an amazing day for them, as we see then Antti in P4, then Nandi in P5, doing a quite good race here. And then you got Turvis also doing an amazing race in P6. Yes, he really needs a good race here. So far he hasn't really been performing that well. But now he's ahead of the top two in the standings here. Gamer and Danny Mater really didn't manage to gain that much after that crash. So the recoveries were not really going well for them. As then we see here Rosim and Sobol going very close to each other, and Jules as well following them. Here we see Grandi struggling a little bit on this race. Just ahead of Kubel here, P14. Then we got Zayn, then Het and Suicide. Suicide had quite an amazing race in France. And also in Munich. He is really doing well this season. Very surprisingly well. And we see now, oh, second, Hernandi and Antti went to a crash. They're running very slowly there, and so they lost a lot of time now. 4 seconds behind Rito, who's then 3 seconds behind Iceberg. It's a 1-2 for VEO at the moment, as Buddha has gone to the pits. Then we see here Rosim and Jules pass Antti. Now leaving the pits. Oh my god, he wants to the block Game On Goose there. And he gets a really nice punt, gaining some momentum from that. So let's see now, Gamer on fresh new tires trying to pass the Canadian here. On his side he goes. And there he goes, really nice move up to P9. Goes Gamer 15. But yeah, see here the Dutchman now, Game On Goose goes into the pits. As expected. And now we go, you see here now Jules, maybe the inside of Rosim doesn't work well now. Antti wanna try and benefit a lot from this. Maybe a double overtake on his side. Oh, there goes Antti. Really nice move there from the Finnish driver, making P6. And killing 2 birds with 1 stone, pretty much. As we see here, Rosim now. Jules is gonna pass him, there he goes, up to P7. Both on very old hard tires right now. So that turn one really might start to get hard to make. Then we see here Solving P11 on the mediums. Then we see also the animator, looks like Gamer went for the undercuts on them. And now Gamer is gonna pass his teammates. I think Jules is gonna let him pass, there he goes. But maybe try this sideline, but I think he's gonna have to pit very soon, and there he goes. Pitting got a really nice timing there. Now we see 2 drivers on the top 2 teams here. RMC and Mayhem. 2 teams are only separated by one single point. So things are really starting to heat up between these 2 drivers, I think. As they both should know the importance of beating each other on this track, on this specific race. As in the meantime, they're gonna have to pass Kubo. He's now running in the top 10, but he still had to pit, so that shouldn't last long. See now, but Kubo still decides to stay out. Maybe hoping for some rain to give him a helping hand there. But now you can see here, Jules goes for the move. So there he goes, him up to P11, as we see some clouds getting announced, but it's still not rain. And in the meantime, looks like Asperg finally going for the pit stop. As Rito, after 15 laps, is still not pitted yet. In the meantime, we see Buddha, I think more than a half of his stint, just about to catch him very soon. And I think he soon should be leading the race. But now Rito getting a little bit slowed down by Hetmanek there. But I think, yeah, now Rito finally goes into the pits 1 lap after his teammate. And then we see here Antti should be able to pass him. NASCAR, of course, will make another cut on him. And then we see Gamer out of nowhere up to P4. That's really an amazing recovery from them, but not really sure how long this will last. But I think he went for, yeah, he certainly went for some undercuts here. We see Hernandi on new tires. Although with the rain on the right timing, he could certainly get a huge help from that. In the meantime, got Iceberg trying to pass Antti for second place. Antti on much older tires, so she should be an easier job. But let's see now what can the British driver do. These two drivers were teammates in the past, back in season 7. As you can see now, Iceberg now trying to go for the inside line, I think. Can he do it there on the double right-hander? He can't. It's like Iceberg is still gonna have to wait a little bit longer. In the meantime, we've got this freeway battle here. Scammer 15, Hanandi and Rito. They go side by side there, but now Rito up to P4. Now maybe the inside line of Gamer to turn 1. Oh, he can't really. Because now Wood already made his second pit stop and going for soft tires once again. Not sure if that's really the best of strategy. As you can see here, Rito with not much older mediums, just with just one pit stop, and he's already pretty much ahead of him. So this is now the battle for the win, for the lead of the race right now. It's Antti versus Iceberg. And then you got the battle for third. It's Gamer, Rito, and then Hanani. Now you can see, I think, Iceberg trying to move once again. Does it work well? Well, let's see, he goes inside, now the outside to have a good momentum here. Now he tries the inside line. Can he finally do it there? And I think he can. There he goes, Iceberg, up into the lead of the race. Nice move there from the British driver. Really smart driving, I would say. He was thinking about the inside line. Then he changes his mind, goes around the outside, has a good momentum, and to then go for the inside on the next corner and take the lead of the race that way. At the even on older tires has been really tough to get around. So let's see what can Rito do here to retake that 1-2 for VO. And now we're just completing the first 20 laps of the race. You know, Antti goes into the pits. As you can see, he gets a little bit blocked there by Gamer 15 to the pits. Now wait for the hard tires. See, oh my god, Gamer really getting closer, which is so sad. Now see, quite a few drivers pitting. Looks like you got Animator, only P9. Really big disaster for them. You see now Game on Goose trying to pass him, but I don't think it's gonna be possible as he has really old tires. Now this screw up exit from Game on Goose might allow Grosim to now get an easy pass. Now he goes around the inside and there he goes up to P10. So it's P9 and P10 for looks like Game on Goose is gonna pass Rosim again. Looks like he's not giving up that easily. Let's lower him down to P11. Meantime, you see, oh my god, Sobel! Oh, this is really a big disaster there. Sobel running in P12 and now the rain is gonna come in. That's really not great for him. In the meantime, looks like the rain really came in just in time for Rito and the Iceberg to be in a 1-2, and then Buddha right behind. Once again, FGR Garage with the full podium for them. And then Antti was just pitted now in P4, 6 seconds behind, and we got Gamer 15 doing nicely here now in P5. Nice recovery, I would say, after that crash with the Animator. Now you can see here he's not really getting screwed up by the rain. He's up to P8 after this. Really nice performance by the Portuguese drivers today. Really a good way of debuting this new livery. And then we see here Game on Goose versus Sobel. Sobel now up to P11. He has certainly been struggling a lot this season. You see now Game on Goose is gonna pass him back there. He has certainly been competitive this season, but you can see now Sobel goes around the outside, but he goes into the grass. So he's gonna lose the position. Because in the meantime we got Julo here in P7 and right behind his Animator and then Jurist. So Animator up to P8. He certainly needs to pass Julo, because otherwise they're gonna lose more points against RMC, and that's what they don't want. Meantime, looks like Buddha is going up to second place, and now he might be able to take the lead here. As now the conditions are certainly in his favor. As you can see here, the difference in turn 1. Now maybe he might be able to try to move here in turn, I don't know, on this tight hairpin. But now, oh, nice switch back there from Buddha. Now he takes the lead of the races, he takes the inside line. But now Rito is trying to answer to that, as he now goes for the inside line as well. There he goes, Rito keeps the lead of the race. And he's now Buddha still in second place. Rito really fighting hard on this one for the first ever win in Sunday League. Buddha pretty much might be trying to do the same, as he's really a unique opportunity here. Now there goes Buddha on his sideline. Can he take it there? Yes, he can. Buddha happy to the lead of the race. As now the rain has ended, but the track is still very wet. So I would say the wet tires do better than the heaters at the moment. So this is a really important move from Buddha to now try and run away from the Polish driver. Because soon the heaters will take over, and then the dry tires, of course. Unless it starts raining again. As you can see, there's more clouds coming. So this will make the water disappear, or the water to dry much slower. But I think this will actually favor Rito, because soon the inters will be better than the wets. So this is really crucial right now. Let's see what can the Polish driver do here. Ooh, he started to gain now on the Estonian there. But now can Rito now go for the sideline? He's gonna try it there, and I think Rito takes the lead now. And now he goes a bit around the outside, but Buddha cannot do anything there. So Rito takes the lead of the race. Really nice battle between these two drivers. But now look at this, Rito really flying like a rocket there. And then we see here Chulo versus Denimator, the battle for P7. They are 6 seconds behind, and then they're racing in P6 today. But in the meantime, we really see Buddha now trying to get closer to Rito. As you can see now, he's going into the pits right now, as Rito's gonna stay out for one more lap. And now you can see the track is completely dry. I don't know why he's doing that. And I think Buddha will benefit a lot from this, from doing this undercut. He's going for softs for full speed. So trying to undercut him as much as he can. Let's see if that's going to be successful. I pretty much think it will. You see now, there he goes, Rito into the pits, with Solo right behind him. See very close there on the exit, but there he goes, Buddha retakes the lead of the race. For the managed to jump on him by pitting one lap earlier. That is why the timing with the rain, that to switch up from wet to dry is really important. So there he goes, Buddha leading the way now on soft tires, which is going to choose the medium, so he's leading on the long term. And then we see here Iceberg and then Antti here in P4, very close to that third place. He could certainly ruin the full podium for a FJR garage. But Antti, of course, does not care anything about that. He wants to get a podium either way. I believe it would be the first one of the season, if I'm not wrong. But anyway, you can see Antti really trying to get closer. He certainly needs it because he's on the soft tires, and while Iceberg is on the hard tires. Oh, but now there he goes, taking on the speed now. Can he go around the outside? I think this one is going to try it. As he just makes his best lap of the race. Of his race, I would say. And then we see here Gamer also on the medium side, get closer to these two drivers, so we might see a freeway battle for the podium. That should be really nice, I would say. But yeah, you can see here Antti now is really getting closer, I think, on the main straight. Or maybe not, looks like Iceberg, but somehow he has more speed on those hards. And with time these soft tires will start to get slower than the hards, so I think Iceberg is really doing an amazing job to stay in third place right now. As you can see here, there's not much going on this race. Most of the drivers separated by some gaps, and so there's not really much battling. Maybe got here it's Kubel versus Grandi. Grandi really not performing that well this season. Only P13 this race, and we see the same with happening with Sobol as well. Only P12 now. The Dutchman really struggling hard by not practicing for these races. And you see certainly Hernandi rising up a little bit, getting more consistent results. Now racing in P7, P6 I mean, which is very solid. But now we see some battling here. Kubo versus Grandi. You can see Kubo now goes around the outside. Oh, there he goes with a nice move there. In the meantime, looks like Aimer and Tandy looks like coming up to P4 already. Looks like these soft tires are really starting to get old. I think soon he might be thinking about pitting. But for now he stays out. Now there's only I think 9 laps to go. Yeah, I think it's 9 laps to go. Well, actually no, 7 laps. There is 7 laps to go now. 6.5 to be honest now. But anyway, race leader now goes into the pits. Looks like Bull is going for soft tires. And it might be till the end of the race. See now, oh my god, he's gonna block Gamer to the pit exits. But he's gonna keep 3rd place. So he hasn't lost that much from pitting. But now we see Srito leading the way. Now there he goes, now he's not going to the pits right now. Iceberg doesn't either, of course. But yeah, but I believe Buddha may have made already his final pit stop. I think Antti has done the same as well. He's now in P6 behind Hernandi. Now of course racing in P5. But soon he might be thinking about pitting. Because as you can see now, only 5 laps to go till the end of the race. Rito now going to the pits, and now he's gonna stay out. The Iceberg pit, no he doesn't either. This might allow Buddha to still take the lead until the end of the race if they decide to commit with those tires until the end. Maybe give Antti some opportunity, I really don't know, it really depends how much slower they will be on those old tires. But it might be an interesting race nonetheless, as you can see now Buddha already catching up to Iceberg. So you can see really already recovering what he has lost by pitting. As you can see now only 3 laps to go. The time is certainly running out. And I think they might certainly commit with those tires until the end. As you can see now Buddha might finally try to be able to pass Iceberg. As you can see now he goes around the inside and there goes Buddha up to 2nd place. Iceberg tries to fight it back but he can't do really nothing on those old tires. You can see he really tried the sideline but Buddha is gonna now be in 2nd place. Nice move there from the Estonian driver. Now there's only 2 laps to go. Can Rito hold on for the first win of his career, or will Buddha take it in only 3rd race of the season? You can see right now the Polish driver trying to hold on as much as he can, as Buddha is right behind him. This should be a really big fight suddenly to finish this race. You can see now Buddha on the slipstream is now going to take more speed, and there goes Buddha up into the lead of the race. Buddha takes the lead on the main straight on the final lap of the race. And he's going to be cruising for victory here in Greece. Should be an amazing moment here for the prodigy, who is now leading the way. You see now he just needs to make the last 4 corners. But here he goes. Buddha wins the Greek Grand Prix. Rito will be 2nd, Iceberg will be 1st for a double podium for VEO. It's the first time that happens. So really amazing for the team. As we see here, Antti is gonna finish before, then his Gamer. Then Hernandi will be finishing P6. The Nanimator will be finishing P7. And then Shulo in P8. Then Urist with an amazing top 10 finish today, finishing P9, and then it's Razim with P10. Right, so that covers the top 10. As Antti is gonna take the fastest lap, 27.10. Is the lap that will award him 1 more point into the championship. As then we see Gammon Goose finishing P11, just ahead of Sobol, who has been struggling a lot this season. Same for Grandi here, P13. And then you got Kubo and Zane, P14 and P15, and it's Suicide and Hetmanek, P16 and P17. Alright guys, so this was the Greek Grand Prix. Next race is gonna be in Tuvalu, so see you there.